Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. Today I have another Tuesday tip for you in the Cricut classroom. Today we're going to talk about 3 functions in Cricut Design Space that people often get confused: weld, attach, and group. These are very similar functions, but they do perform differently on your images and text. So we're going to go over each one individually and talk about what weld does, what attach does, and what group does. The first function we're going to talk about is weld. So I'm going to show you some welded images. I'm going to start by inserting 3 little circles into my canvas, and I'm going to resize them and stack them so they look like a little snowman. All right, so we've built our little snowman, and if we take a look, when we hit Make It on our mat preview, the circles are all separate images on this mat. We no longer have a snowman. We have 3 circles that are being cut out. This is great if you want to build the snowman, but we want our images to be connected so that it forms the snowman for us. That is where we use the weld function. When I select all 3 of these images, I can go down to the lower right-hand corner and click weld, and now all 3 images are connected. All of the layers in the layers panel become one single image. You can also perform this function by right-clicking. After you select all 3 images, you can right-click and you can see the word weld. Now when we click Make It, the image is one connected image that's going to go ahead and cut out right there on the mat, and we can build our snowman with all of our embellishments. Now before you save the project, you can undo. We talk about this a lot in class. Weld can be undone before the project is saved. So in class, we often talk about selecting all of your images, duplicating those images, and then hiding the duplicate image to use later. You can also use weld when you attach letters in your words. I'm going to go ahead and type the word happy. I'm going to select a script text. All of my letters are detached right now. None of them are linked together. When I click Make It, you're going to see that all of those letters show up separately on the mat. I want them, of course, linked together. So I can use my letter spacing tool to make them go a little bit closer. I can also use that advanced ungroup to letters and just rearrange those letters until they are touching. At this point, it looks like this should cut out as one complete word. If you look over in the layers panel, these are all separate images. If I click Make It on my mat, once again, they are all separate images. I can use that weld function to weld my letters together. So I can select all the letters, click weld. The letters are now one layer in the layers panel. When I click Make It, the letters are all welded together and I have a single word that's going to cut out here on my mat. So here's something to remember. Weld glues images together. Separate images become one complete image when you use the weld function. All right, let's take a look at attach. Attach is also in the lower right-hand corner. It looks like a little paper clip. We're going to go ahead and let's go to our images, and I'm going to grab some snowflakes. All right, so I have this set of 4 snowflakes. I have this set of 3 snowflakes and this set of 2 snowflakes. Let's say that I'm going to build a stencil. Some little cutouts. So I'm going to rearrange these onto my mat to create what would end up looking like a stencil. Okay? All right, so at this point, if I were to click Make It, these snowflakes are all over the place, right? They are all on different colored mats. I have no stencil right now. Right now, I just have a bunch of images that are being cut out of different materials. If I select all of those images and I click Attach, you can see it also changed the color to one color. Now, when I click Make It, all of those images are perfectly placed right where I put them on the canvas. So when I lay my stencil material down on my mat, these snowflakes are going to cut out of the stencil in the exact same spot where I place them on the canvas. So now I've created my snowflake stencil. You can do the same thing with iron-on and vinyl signs. Not only does Attach hold images in place, it also attaches line types to objects. So anytime you use draw or engrave or deboss or foil, you have to attach those line types onto an image. So I have this little circle here. I want to draw a heart onto the circle. So I'm going to change the line type of the heart to draw. And I'm going to choose a pen. So at this point, if I were to click Make It, my drawn heart is going to be on one mat and my circle on another. This is not what I want. So I need to go back. I need to tell Design Space where to draw the heart. So I need to select both of these images. I need to attach. Now when I click Make It, that heart is going to be drawn onto the circle. You use the attach function with almost every single line type. So we have the pen, the foil, the score, the deboss, and the engrave. All of these draw features under line type need to be attached to another object, all right? Your perforate will also need to be attached to another object. So there are two functions for attach. One, to hold an object in place. Two, to tell a line type where to perform its function. The third function we're going to talk about is group. We're going to go ahead and insert a snowman. So here's my snowman image. Over here on the right side, you can see there are two images that come with this snowman. Right now they are grouped together because they show under the word snowman as two separate images. We want to keep images grouped for sizing and moving. As I move this snowman across my canvas, both of these images are moving together. As I size the snowman, all of the images are sizing proportionately because they are grouped together. When I ungroup the images, now I can size each one of these individually. But unfortunately, when you've ungrouped, it's very hard to get those images back to their proportionate size, especially if you have quite a few images in your group. Here's another reason you might want to use that group function. So I've built this little snowman. I'm going to add some text, and I'm going to place that text there right under the snowman. And I've decided, you know what, this would make a really cute shirt. But I'm not quite sure how to resize all of this together to fit onto the shirt I'm creating. You can select all of those images, group them together, and now once you've inserted your shirt template, you can resize both of these images together. They will size proportionately exactly how you designed them, and they will fit right on the front of your shirt design. All right, let's review one more time. We've gone over weld, attach, and group. Three functions that people often get confused The first one we talked about was Weld. Weld glues images together. You can take multiple images and create one image. So you can do this with both shapes, images, and text. Here we took the 3 circles and we welded them together to create a snowman. On the word happy, we moved all of the letters close together. Then we hit weld, and now we have one complete word that we can cut out and put on our project. Attach has 2 functions. It holds images in place, and it helps line types know where to perform their function. If you're creating a stencil or a vinyl project, you can have all of the images held in place so that when they cut out on your mat, they cut out exactly where you place them on the canvas. If you are performing a line type such as draw, etch, score, or engrave, you want to be able to tell Design Space where to draw, score, etch, or engrave. So we make sure we attach the images together so that Design Space knows that it needs to draw the heart onto the circle. The last function we talked about was group and ungroup. Group keeps your images together for sizing and moving. While these images are grouped, I can make them larger or smaller, and everything in my images size proportionately. When they're ungrouped, I can move each one of the images individually and resize them as needed. So I hope that helped you to understand weld, attach, and group a little bit better. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them here in the Cricut classroom or in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful week. I can't wait to see what you create.